Silence of stagnation is deafening. It creeps in slowly, settling into your days, your thoughts, your relationships. You wake up one morning and realize you're circling the same dreams, the same frustrations, the same unanswered questions. It's as if life itself has pressed pause, leaving you frozen in a place you never meant to stay. You might feel it in the missed opportunities, the career that never quite takes off, or the relationships that always seem just out of reach. Maybe it's the weight of financial stress, or the ache of spiritual disconnection. Wherever it shows up, the message is the same. Something isn't moving. But what if this isn't the end of the road? What if this resistance, this standstill, isn't a punishment or a failure, but a mirror, a reflection of the stories you've carried, the fears you've nurtured, and the beliefs you've inherited? As Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The truth is, these walls weren't built overnight. They've been shaped by years of doubt, guilt, and the silent whisper of fear. Don't ask for too much. Don't take up too much space. These echoes of the past hold us in place, creating barriers not just in one part of life, but in all of them. But what if those barriers are just illusions? What if the very resistance you feel is pointing you toward the transformation you've been seeking all along? Stagnation doesn't just happen. It's planted, like seeds buried deep within the soil of our minds. Trauma, fear, and doubt are the roots, wrapping themselves around every decision, every opportunity, until we're paralyzed, unable to grow. These roots don't ask for permission. They take hold quietly, nurtured by the stories we tell ourselves. I'm not ready. I don't deserve this. They echo from moments long forgotten, a childhood rejection, a failure that stung too deeply, a belief passed down like an heirloom. Over time, these whispers become truths, shaping how we see ourselves and the world around us. We build walls, thinking they'll protect us, but instead, they imprison us. It's not just the fear of failure that keeps us stuck. It's the fear of success, of stepping into a version of ourselves we don't yet recognize. The mind clings to what it knows, even if it's painful, because familiarity feels safer than the unknown. This is resistance, disguised as procrastination, excuses, or indecision. Louise Hay reminds us that every thought we think is creating our future. Yet, how often do we let those thoughts betray us? When we hold on to guilt, shame, or unworthiness, we block the flow of abundance, love, and growth in every part of life. These beliefs don't just affect one area, they ripple outward, touching our careers, relationships, finances, and spirituality. But here's the truth. These roots can be unearthed. The stories we've carried don't have to define us. The barriers we've built can be dismantled, brick by brick. Awareness is the first crack in the foundation, a light breaking through the darkness. Stagnation is rarely just about a single moment or decision. It's the culmination of countless factors, many of which operate in silence. Imagine carrying a backpack, its weight growing heavier with each unexamined belief, each fear, each expectation you've absorbed from the world around you. Over time, it becomes almost impossible to move forward, even when you desperately want to. One of the greatest culprits is the fear of the unknown. Change demands that we step into uncertainty, leaving behind the safety of the familiar. The mind resists this fiercely, clinging to old habits, even when they no longer serve us. These patterns are reinforced by societal pressures, cultural narratives, and the voices of those around us. Stay where it's safe. Why take the risk? These whispers may come from loved ones or from within, but they all feed the same fear. What if I fail? Cultural and familial beliefs also play a significant role. Many of us were taught that life must be difficult, that joy must be earned, and that success comes with sacrifice. These narratives create invisible barriers, convincing us that abundance, love, or spiritual fulfillment are luxuries not birthrights. And so, we hold ourselves back, trapped by paradigms that were never truly ours. But stagnation isn't always born from external forces. Sometimes it's internal, a reluctance to face the parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore. Emotional wounds, unresolved traumas, and unspoken fears create a resistance to growth. We avoid the discomfort of healing, not realizing that this avoidance is what keeps us stuck. The impact ripples outward, touching every area of life. A stagnant mindset in one area, such as fear of failure in a career, often manifests in others, like difficulty forming deep relationships or feeling spiritually disconnected. The stagnation becomes a web, trapping us in patterns that feel impossible to escape. But what if this isn't the end of the story? What if these patterns, these beliefs, aren't permanent? The first step to breaking free is recognizing that the weight you're carrying isn't yours to bear forever. It's time to loosen the grip of these causes and begin reclaiming the life you were meant to live. Breaking free begins with a shift in awareness, a willingness to challenge the beliefs and patterns that hold us back. Let's explore how expanding consciousness can unlock the doors to a life of abundance, joy, and freedom. Stagnation is not a dead end. It's an invitation to pause, reflect, and expand beyond the limitations you've unknowingly placed on yourself. The patterns that hold you back were not built in a day, but neither is freedom. It begins with a single step: awareness. Awareness means shining a light on the beliefs, fears, and narratives that keep you stuck. It means asking yourself the hard questions. Who taught me that joy must be earned? Why do I fear stepping into the unknown? Eckhart Tolle reminds us, awareness is the greatest agent for change. By bringing these unconscious patterns into the light, you loosen their grip and reclaim your power. But awareness alone isn't enough. Expansion comes when you move beyond knowing into doing. Growth requires courage, the courage to challenge old beliefs, to face discomfort, and to surrender control. Michael A. Singer describes this process as letting go of resistance, allowing life to flow through you rather than fighting against it. It's not about forcing change, but allowing it to unfold naturally. In this expansion, something remarkable happens. The areas of life that once felt disconnected, your finances, relationships, career, and spirituality, begin to align. As you free yourself from one limiting belief, the ripple effects touch every corner of your life. This is the beauty of expansion. It doesn't just transform one area, it transforms everything. Mindfulness becomes a powerful ally in this journey. By staying present, you break the cycle of dwelling on the past or fearing the future. Presence allows you to see opportunities where there were once obstacles, to feel gratitude where there was once lack. It is in the present moment that true transformation begins. Awareness and expansion set the stage, but lasting change requires action. Let's dive into practical tools that can help you unlock every area of your life and move forward with clarity and confidence. Transformation isn't just about awareness, it's about action. Once you've identified the beliefs and patterns holding you back, the next step is to take deliberate, consistent steps to break free. Action doesn't have to be monumental. Even small shifts can create profound change when done with intention. Start with your thoughts. As Louise Hay said, "You have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." Replace self-doubt with affirmations of worthiness and abundance. When the voice of resistance arises, acknowledge it, but don't let it dictate your actions. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and journaling, help you stay present and observe your patterns without judgment. Journaling allows you to untangle your thoughts and recognize recurring themes. Meditation creates space for clarity, helping you see beyond the noise of fear and resistance. Take action in the areas of your life that feel stagnant, even if it's uncomfortable. If your finances feel stuck, start tracking your expenses or learning new financial skills. If relationships feel distant, open a dialogue. Every small step weakens the grip of stagnation and strengthens your confidence. Finally, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's thriving, creating a mindset of possibility. When you're grateful, you're not just surviving, you're aligning with abundance. With these tools in hand, the path forward becomes clearer. But this journey isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about stepping into a life that reflects your true potential and deepest desires. The resistance you feel isn't there to stop you. It's there to guide you. It points to the beliefs that no longer serve you, the patterns that need to shift, and the growth waiting to unfold. The journey to break free begins with awareness, expands through action, and is sustained by gratitude and presence. Every step you take, no matter how small, loosens the grip of fear and creates space for joy, success, and love. You are not defined by the walls that surround you. Those walls can crumble. Those barriers can fall. Stagnation is not your story. It's a chapter. And from this chapter, you have the power to write something new, something extraordinary. So, ask yourself, what's the first step you can take today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The life you're meant to live is waiting. It's time to move forward,